How you doing, guys? So, Fear Street Prom Queen would be this review here, which is a newer film out of the Fear Street franchise, which we have a bunch in the we have a bunch in there. We got Fear Street 1994, which is the original, which I'm quite fond of. I like that one the most. I've always had more fun with that one, with the way they're doing it. The way it starts out in a mall. I do like the mall setting. I don't know what it is. I like the mall setting. I like the music. You have, it was Smashing Pumpkins Zero. That was one of the music, one of the soundtrack. That was part of the soundtrack of that movie. I like the lead girl. I think she does a good job. The younger brother, who kind of reminds me of fucking Anthony Anderson a little bit. But he's kind of cute. And he likes metal music, and he likes Iron Maiden. He plays video games. Just drinking a Waterloo. So I had a chance to sit down and think about this for a while, and because we've had some really bad sequels come out recently, but I really do feel like the worst of it was Fear Street Prom Queen. Now, I'll get into why. But right now, I'm going to talk about the originals for a minute. See, I like the 1994 one. I do. Absolutely. I like the actress in the beginning who plays Uma Thurman's daughter. And she's working in the mall setting, and she gets killed there. It's sort of like a Scream film. They set it up like a Scream film. And I do like that. I do. I have fun with the first Fear Street. 100%. And the second one, which I believe is Fear Street, that was the 70s one, right? I was not a fan. I felt like it dragged on long. For me, 1994 is the best one to me. Like, that's my personal opinion for me. But also, with the recent one that came out, and I'm not a fan of the 66. I'm not. So I won't even. I'll be honest. I did not watch that one. It looked boring. I could give a shit. I don't care about where they were going with it. What I cared about were the characters in 94. And that was my favorite. That's my favorite Fear Street. The way they started out like a Scream film. I love it. The music was on point. I cared about the characters a little bit. I know that the lead girl she was gay, okay, whatever. It's not something that I'm against. I completely am not against it. I love it. I love it. So, please, be gay. But yeah, I do like that movie. But I want to get into Fear Street Prom Queen right now, which will be a slight rant. I don't even want to say rant, just sort of a slight. It's a step down. Let's put it that way. And for me, well, it might not be a rant. It'll still be me giving my opinion of what it should have been. So yeah, Fear Street Prom Queen. We have the lead, who is Laurie Granger, played by India Flower, who I don't think was that good. I really don't. I thought she was dull. I thought she was bland. I'm sorry, she was bland. She was like a Sadie Sink wannabe. I just... It's mean to say. Okay, yeah, it's mean to say. I just couldn't get into her. Her character did not take me along for the show. We also have, which is funny, little nod to American Pie. We have Chris Klein. Yeah, we have Chris Klein in there as Dan Falconer, a teacher. And he's really upbeat, and he's very campy, and he's sort of like one of the teen girls. They play a prank, then they cut off their hand with an axe, like it's like a rubber hand, and he's like, "Go to the fucking principal!" Like he's just very over the top and campy. Very, he's just trying too hard, dude. Like, did you have anything to do after American Pie whatsoever? Now, my favorite here, which I do like Dan Falconer. I mean, I do like Chris Klein and the American Pie films. I really, really do. I love him in those movies. I think he's talented. I think he's funny. I have no issues with him in those movies. So, but yeah, he does good in those. Here, he was wrong. He was very wrong. He was too comedic. It's like, dude, could we just stop and take a breath? Why are you being so fucking comedic and over the top, nonstop? Do you have a shred of... He was the teacher. Obviously, spoilers if you're watching. Click off of this if you don't want spoilers. Click off this video immediately. Please, click off the video if you don't want spoilers. Chris Klein was the killer in the suit, and I like the suit of the killer. It's a decent suit, very unique. It's not something that I've seen before. It's definitely different. But he was just acting over the top. I did not like his acting in this movie. His acting sucked in this movie. I'm sorry, it sucked. I love him in the American Pie. He's American Pie. We'll leave it at that. Ella Rubin. And here's what I want to talk about with Ella Rubin. Because if you know her, you've seen her. She was in a newer film, which was called... I believe it was called Until Dawn, which is based on a video game, a horror video game. And she did a terrific job in that movie. And here she did an amazing job here too. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, why do we have these two main girls? These two main girls, they went with this typical route, like they're two close friends. One's kind of dykey, no offense, and the other is sort of shy, and you almost get the feeling like they like each other, almost. They get along well, and they both like horror movies. You know, as I said before, the girl who cuts her hand off in the classroom, she's got a rubber hand. It's a play toy hand, and she's into horror theme. So, and the teacher, played by Chris Klein, he's just over the top, too campy. Just lighten up, dude. Lighten up. Seriously, please. But yeah, Ella Rubin, I would have much preferred her as the lead girl in this. Why was she not the fucking lead here? Like, you have this bland, sort of emotionless Sadie Sink. It's like the Dollar General Sadie Sink. Like, in fact, why not just cast Sadie Sink? That might have been better. I don't know. maybe I'm just. It could have been better, but the cast. People are gonna get angry. That's okay. You be fucking mad at me all you want. I'm telling you. And we have a fucking Jenna Ortega ripoff. Who is that girl who is sitting in the fucking alley of the high school? This movie, it had a cast that was almost like they were trying to be the bigger people of who they were. I don't know. She was like a Jenna Ortega, the one who died in the beginning, but in the very beginning. It was like a Jenna Ortega ripoff. Sorry, that's what it was. That's what it was. She didn't do a bad job. I can't say she did a bad job, but why not just cast Jenna Ortega and Sadie Sink together? They'd be good together, I feel like. I've always wanted to see those two together. I don't think we ever got them together, did we? I don't think we did. Yeah, I'm not sure if we ever did. Again, Chris Klein playing the over-the-top teacher with his high voice, like, "I just get the fuck out of my classroom." Like, what the fuck, dude? What are you even doing? And Ella Rubin obviously should have been the lead, and it's clear to see she should have been the fucking lead, because I saw her in Until Dawn. She was great there. And so like there's another girl who's like sort of running for prom queen, and so the other girls, India Flower, Lori Granger wants to be prom queen, and her friend they both want to be in there, and there's this stuck-up other popular girl who's all rich and shit, completely unlikable, and she's just like all about herself, and she doesn't really like. She gives her a very hard time. She gives Lori a very hard time saying, "I'm gonna be prom queen." Bitch, you're about to get your ass stabbed. And the whole time I'm thinking, why is Ella Rubin not front and center? Because Ella Rubin is one of the girls who is friends with the one who's bullying Lori Granger. She's like in the back, and they just shoved her in the back. And what's funny is they put her on the marketing. They put the actress on the marketing in a red, white, and blue American bra, sexualizing her, but she does not get the part, so they want to do that, okay. They want to do that shit. Alright, that's funny. But yeah, no, she should have had the part. She should have. If she was the lead, this would have been a much better movie. My point is, her acting was way better. Like if you see her go when she goes into the locker room to clean up, or after, again, the girl, she spills a drink on her because she's friends with Lori Granger, and it's all petty. So she goes into the fucking locker room to clean up, and the killer's there in a suit. And, you know, she looks to her left, and he's there, but you also find out that there are multiple. So there's like two, I think maybe three. So there's one beside her, there's one behind her, and her attitude, the way she turns around and she sees the killer, that's real. Like, she did not scream. There was no cheesy scream. It wasn't corny. It wasn't cheesy. I bought into her act. She turns around. You could tell Like, she's very terrified with her face. I bought into her. Bella Rubin. Ella Rubin, sorry. Why was she not the lead? Why? Hey, she was in other stuff before this, right? I mean, what was stopping that? I liked Ella Rubin. She should have been the lead, but again, you want to market her, and you want to sexualize the character, and you don't want to put her. You want to put her on the front, but you don't want to make her the lead, which is weird. Well, what we got was a mediocre Sadie Sink. We got a mediocre, bland character. Why? This one was way better. When Ella Rubin is in the room cleaning up and the killers see her and she looks at them and she sees them, I buy into her act. It feels very realistic. She looks to her side. She sees them. The way her face sort of freezes, you could just tell in her expression. She's like, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna be very still, but I'm also going to go. And I don't know why I bought into that more than a girl like I just bought into that more, so sorry. I just bought into that act more, you know? I just bought into it more. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. All I have to say is this was not the best Fear Street movie. It would have been a better Fear Street movie if Ella Rubin was lead. And I'll just leave it there. Thank you for watching.